What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Jujutsu Kaisen Phantom Parade video. I keep wanting to stop and just say Jujutsu Kaisen video and not finish, but I feel like I should say the whole thing. It's like a wrestler name. Like, you never say Steve, you say Stone Cold Steve Austin. It's like the same thing. So, welcome back to another one. Today we're going to be talking about the story event going on right now, a Homesick Horizon. At time of recording, it's got 11 days left. I really like that it has that ticking timer down there that you can see that just kind of tells you exactly how long you have before the event runs out. Super awesome. Really enjoy that. So this is the first event in the game. It is one of two different types of events usually, so they're not always like this. This is like a lottery style event where you farm up items and then trade items in a lottery to get rewards continuously. We talked about it a little bit yesterday and you kind of saw the reward structure, but that's the way that this one event is. So how exactly do you go about maximizing your rewards from this event? So first you have the event quest. So it has a normal and a hard toggle up here at the top. So normal is just the story mode, right? So you get some rewards obviously from doing the fights and stuff, but this is really just to experience the story. It's actually pretty cute. It's just a little story about Yuji, Megumi, and Nobara going back to Yuji's old high school to pursue a spider cursed spirit. And he has some nice moments remembering the occult club from when he started. It's some really nice, just kind of fan servicey character stuff. Not fan servicey like titties, fan servicey like some character development and cute interactions. He goes back to the occult club room. He remembers going out on a mission with them, and then the very end of the event shows Yuji, Nobara, and Megumi passing the occult club members kind of in the street as they sort of just have a little a little moment together as they move on. It's very cute. I'm a big fan of the events like this just because of the story stuff. They always kind of add a little bit of stuff in there for you. People from the Japanese version, I've seen a lot of people say that the story stuff they put in this game should have been in the actual series, but that's a conversation for another time. Now the hard mode of the event is a little bit different. The hard mode of the event is just battles. There's no story stuff to this. It's just battles. And you can see there is left on here, so it tells you how many times you can do it. So you can do each of these battles 3 times a day. Okay? So if you do all 3, you can't do it anymore until the next reset. So you can do it 3 times a day, every day. Once you clear it 3 stars, this is true for any event, not just, or for any battle, not just the event, but once you clear it 3 stars, you can do what's called sweeping, which is just auto clearing. You don't have to fight it again. So you can skip it, get your rewards, and then you can see all the rewards you get in here. Most of them are, you know, just kind of like meh, awakening stuff. But this right here is important. These residuals of cursed energy. So the residuals of cursed energy are what you spend to do the formidable battle. So that's how you fight the boss, basically. You can do practice runs against the boss if you want for free, so that you don't waste any residuals. So if you want to like try the next difficulty up before you think you can beat it just to see, you can always try. Otherwise, you do the regular boss when you're ready to go. So there's normal up to special difficulty, and each of these gives increased rewards. The rewards that you get are the exorcism tokens, which you can then spend to pull on the prize pool. Again, the prize pool you can reset anytime you get the reset target, which is the recollection bit. So anytime you pull the recollection bit out of the prize pool, you can move on to the next one whenever you want. But I highly recommend you get the high value rewards like the gacha tickets, the recollection bit pieces, the impure Jujutsu crystals. Highly recommend you get your hands on those before you reset to the next prize pool. You don't have to. Like if you don't care about the Jujutsu crystals or whatever and you just want to go to the next one, you absolutely can. But you have a lot of time. I mean, there's still like almost 2 weeks left in this event, so it's really not something you need to burn through. Highly recommend you maximize all the rewards you can because they're really good free-to-play rewards. There are 8 total prize pools. The 8th prize pool is essentially just like for people who are done, they can just keep getting, you know, the easy rewards. You should still do it, when you get here, because the crystals and stuff and the objects and all the training items and all that good stuff, you should still do it, just because it's a quick, easy thing to do. But 7 is the last one that has a high value reset target, which is the Chaotic Jujutsu Crystal, to level up your skills. It's got phantom medals in here for the Cursed Spirit shop. It's got gacha tickets. It's got recollection bits. Now, if you go through all of the rewards in here, right? So the first pool is pretty much just a nothing pool. So once you get through the future may differ, you can go on. You've got though the future may differ in here again, and once again, this is just kind of a nothing pool. Pool 3 is where things start to get good. So you get some impure Jujutsu crystals, and you get a Phantom Parade gacha ticket, just the one. Another one here in pool 4, 2 in pool 5, so that's 4 so far. In pool 6, here's another 3, so that's 7. And in pool 7 is 4, so you get 11 summon tickets, so 1 multi and a single ticket. And you also get these phantom medals, you get recollection bit pieces, and you get this here, which is the Crystal of Recollection Bit SSR. This allows you to apply it to any SSR recollection bit to increase its dupe level by 1. So it's the same thing as basically just adding a limit break level into any recollection bit that you want. Now, we talked about it a bit in the tips and tricks video. I am going to redo that here. This particular recollection bit, though the future may differ, it's not particularly good. It's okay, right? Like, it's decent filler. You know, it's a filler recollection bit that you'll use just for filler until you get better stuff out of the gacha or you grind it like the Jogo thing. Skills gives you a 45% physical increase, and when the battle starts you get 10% damage taken decrease if you have it limit broken up all the way. Now, I'm going to make the case that you should not do this. Just get the 1 copy. You have to have 1 copy. The game won't let you recycle more than 1, so you've got to have the 1. All the rest that you get, so the other 5, you should sell in the trade-in exchange, because you get 100 trade-in points for each copy that you sell, and 200 trade-in points is a multi-summon. So you can get a lot of multi-summons this way. You get 2.5 multi-summons using Though the Future May Differ dupes, and you get 2.5 multi-summons also from the beginner missions that also gives you a free, not all that good recollection bit. So you can trade those in. You can get a total of 5 multi-summons that way. Really good to bolster your account a little bit. You know, a lot of the hunt, or like the, I guess hunt unit is, I mean, the chase unit, I guess you could say. I'm trying to think of a card game term. I guess it's a chase card. So it'd be a chase unit. A lot of the chase units right now are SRs, because Gojo, everybody has him automatically, right? Like everybody selected Gojo to begin with. And Nobara is not mandatory. So if you have her, great. If you don't have her, it's not that big of a deal. But you could still get her this way. But because a lot of the chase units are SRs, it makes the value of those summon tickets go up pretty high, because SRs are not super difficult to get your hands on, just through repetition like that. So this is a great time to get some more pulls on your account. Could you get a Nobara? Could you get, you know, non-standard or something from the gacha? Absolutely. But you've got a great shot at getting that SR Nanami, at getting that SR Yaga, and really securing your account for the future in ways that this recollection bit, even at max dupes, is not going to do for you, right? It's just, you're going to bench it as soon as you get the chance. So, great value. Make sure you capitalize on that. So how exactly do you go about really planning out what you're going to do in this event? So obviously you do the story first. Enjoy it. Just a cute little story mode. Go through it. Watch all the cutscenes. I think they're really sweet. It was a good time. Once you get to hard mode, you're going to do as far into this as you can. So as deep as you can get. And then while you're working on leveling up so you can get through all of it, you go ahead and make sure that you're spending your AP to clear these 100% every day. So you're going to go ahead, get your exorcism complete. You're going to get your residuals of cursed energy. And once you have enough residuals of cursed energy, you're going to go in here and you're going to do the arachnid type cursed spirit formidable battle. Now, a lot of people, their first instinct is probably to go at the hardest one that you can possibly beat, and if you lose to it, you know, you're able to just keep going. So you don't have to clear this in one attempt. If you attempt it once and you lose, whatever HP that the boss remains at the end, it will keep, and then you can do it again in order to clear it completely. Now, that is not necessarily the best way to go about it unless you're capable of doing significant damage up here to the Arachnid type special grade, because you're getting a lot for that. But the more attempts you have to do before you actually kill it is you're doubling your residuals investment. See how each attempt costs 20. So if you're going into, let's say, very hard mode, right? Like maybe your team is right around 15k, you're pretty confident you can take out very hard mode, but you go in there and you realize, oh, I can't quite do it. I left the boss at like 30%. So you go in and then you kill it. Well then, you're spending 40 residuals on a clear, as opposed to 20, which you would be spending if you can one-shot it. So you'll have to do the math on the rewards between, like, you know, is it more worthwhile to invest 40 for a clear or just 20 on the lower level down? Generally, it's probably better to do 20 on the lower level down, whatever one you can clear in one go without having to do it twice, just to maximize those rewards. Now in here, you cannot do the skip, right? You can't skip in this. If you do this, it will do auto battle. Auto battle, in my experience, is not super good because you're trying to, you know, get those big hits with your team. So you're going to want to do this the normal way. You're not going to want to do auto battle. You're going to go in here and just fight normally. If you have the new Yuji, he does get a bonus in this event just for drops, just to make it a little bit easier for you. So if you have him, it's pretty good. Now when you fight this guy, if you have a full team built out like this one, which is just buffers, I mean, you're pretty much, you already know what you're doing, you're kind of just buffing, right? The new Yuji is really, really good in here. This is kind of like his bread and butter. It's just the green weakness. He's the best green attacker that we have right now. So it's kind of going to stay that way for a while. There will be other green attackers that come out in the future, but because Gojo and then eventually the upcoming Yuta are so strong, it's kind of a non-factor almost. Like, you don't even really need to worry about it that much. God, I love Gojo. I only got one buff up with Gojo, so this probably is not going to do all that much damage. So I didn't get the 2 buffs up. Mostly because I wasn't paying enough attention. It's very easy to get the 2 buffs up, I just wasn't paying much attention to it. So now, see, he's only at about half life, so because you're timed up here, you have a turn timer. So I'm probably not going to one-shot burn through this guy. Oh, hey, I got all 3 black flashes. I don't always get that. That's pretty cool. I like when that happens. Okay, so you run out of time. The battle is over, right? So it logs how much HP they have left. So I did 1.2 million. He's got about 900k left. So I can obviously do it on the second time. And I get 79 for my progress through the boss's HP bar. just as an example. So you see it still says challenging, and the boss has some HP left, so that means you can go back in and do it again, but you're still spending another 20 to get in there. Now the drop items here, the things that say annihilated, that's what you get when you actually defeat the boss. So if you're not defeating the boss in one go, you're taking twice the amount of investment from these here to get those annihilated rewards. I should honestly probably be using Yuji in the front instead of Nobara, but I have not invested that much into Yuji right now. Also, if you're curious as to why those two buffers are the best one, you see the buffs in here, you can actually look at your characters and see how many times those buffs have stacked, right? So you're just seeing those big physical technique increase, 2 stacks there, 2 of them there. They just keep stacking up, and you can see how long they last too, and they last for a very long time. So it's very, very good to just keep stacking those buffs. Now eventually they will run out of cursed energy. There are some turns where you're not going to be stacking buffs, so you don't really have to do it all the way from the beginning. Sometimes it's better to just attack in the beginning, then stack your buffs later. It's really up to you how you want to go about doing it. Alright, so now we killed him this time, and we get those annihilated rewards. So once you can do it in one go through, you get the annihilated rewards every single time. It becomes bigger bang for your buck. So it's generally a little bit better to go a level down if you need to. That way you're getting those annihilated rewards every single time, and you're not double spending to get them. Like, what's the annihilated reward here? 56 plus, so you're getting 56 plus bonus up here. It's actually 140, so I guess when you're getting higher up, it may not necessarily be better to do that. Like I said before, you're going to have to math it out. And then up here, it's 350 plus. Now, unfortunately, the special version has an annihilation limit, annihilation times remaining, how many times it'll let you do it. So you can't just farm this one all day, every day. If you have the residuals, the one that you can farm all day is very hard, but you can go through and get the max rewards from this one. And then as you do the, I mean, you've seen this before in anything you've ever played. You pull, it costs 50, and it just gives you some rewards out of whatever the prize pool that you're in currently is. What am I looking for? I'm looking for gacha tickets, recollection bit pieces, and Jujutsu crystals. God, I haven't gotten any of those. I'm 250 into the pool, and I haven't gotten any of those yet. That's crazy. But that's what you're looking for when you're in here trying to get those. So that is the Homesick Horizon event. A lot of events play like this. There's also event missions, so you get residuals from them, and you also get summon tickets. So this summon ticket is actually for the Horizon of Nostalgia gacha. It's the UG featured gacha. It's not the default one. So that's kind of cool that you get like actual event gacha tickets. You get cubes, and you get more stuff to pull on the banner with. So you get a huge amount of free-to-play stuff, not just like materials, but you get summon tickets, you get cubes. Events tend to be pretty lucrative in this game, So capitalize on them when you can. But that's it. That's a Homesick Horizon. It's a pretty simple event. It's a good starter event. It's a good way to kind of get used to how events function in this. I would imagine the next event we get will probably be the other style, which is not the lottery, but it's like a big game board map kind of thing that you navigate through. I imagine that one will be a little bit more like that, but we'll see when it comes out. I think it's supposed to come out in a couple weeks. Probably when Homesick Horizon goes away is when we'll get the next one. So make sure you're farming the event. Don't worry about rushing through it. Farm it at your own pace. You've got a lot of time. Make sure that you maximize your rewards as much as you possibly can. All right, everybody. That's all for today. I will see you in the next one.